America, land of the free and not home to these rare and odd pieces of gaming tech you'll have to get from Japan. From controllers based on strange side characters to triple extra-large keyboard controllers to TV head helmets, here are 8 gaming peripherals you can't find in America the Beautiful. If ever you were eating a really fat donut and you thought to yourself, man, I wish I were using this to play Dragon Quest, have we got the out-of-town product for you. The Switch, PS4, and PS2 all have their very own, fresh out of Japan slime controller, based on the character of the same name from Dragon Quest. Now, controllers based on popular things are not new, like the PS1's Wu-Tang controller, but this one stands out. It looks like a novelty cake rather than a novelty controller, which is perhaps why so many people are attracted to it. There's just something about it. It's like purple ketchup or the Ford F-150 with kiwi wheels. It's so nonsensical that it just pulls you in like a tractor beam. The buttons on this modern marvel mostly curve outwards and the texture of it gives you a pretty good grip. It's kind of like playing video games on a junior basketball. What's cool about the Switch Slime controller is that it has a turbo button. When you hold down the turbo button and press another button, it makes that button turbo. Imagine the damage you could do in Super Smash Bros. It also comes with a cardboard treasure chest, which you can put together yourself to put your slime controller and docked Switch on. Why a treasure chest, you say? What we love about the slime controller is that the more you think about it, the less it makes sense. It's like it's a metaphor for life itself. For about $150 to buy and import this oddity from Japan, you can use it to beat your Mario Party enemies in style. And when it's perched upon its fast food toy-style treasure chest, you can meditate upon its existence. Keep asking why until you can no longer find an answer. And when you reach that point, move on to ponder the Game Gear Micro. 30 years after its initial worldwide release, Sega's answer to the Game Boy, the Game Gear, was re-released exclusively in Japan, this time in micro format. It came in 4 colors in 2020 to celebrate the 60 years Sega's been in business, and each one had a set of 4 different games inside. For about $60, you can hold it in your hand and wish it were a mini Dreamcast. It's so tiny it looks like only Ant-Man could be able to shrink down and play it. I mean, it's literally the size of a mouse. The whole thing is actually smaller than the size of the original Game Gear's screen. Okay, all tepid jokes aside, this is a cute novelty item you could very easily keep hidden. That way, when your parents or teachers or spouse take your main electronic entertainment device away, the Game Gear Micro could secretly give you that much-needed fix. Don't tell anyone the gamer told you to do it, though. Snitches get stitches. Sega's Phantasy Star Online was an incredible, fantastical game that gave us a glimpse into how great online gaming could be. Chat was a huge part of the game, as it was amazing that you didn't just have to read what someone else wrote like you did in most RPGs past. You could actually contribute to the conversation. In 2002 in Japan, Nintendo released a full-on keyboard controller, which was essentially a regular GameCube gamepad with a big fat keyboard stuck in the middle. It feels like something you just have to stare at for a moment and process. This $80 peripheral was a response to the Dreamcast's own keyboard, which was just a simple keyboard, of course. And Nintendo thought that players wanted a one-stop shop for their hands. You can either play the game using the buttons at the extremities, and then put it down and type when a thought entered your mind you wanted to share, and then pick it up again and continue playing. Or you could just plug in the keyboard and play the game with a completely separate Wavebird gamepad. But what fun would that be? And don't forget, you can only use this for one game. So yeah, you'd better love Phantasy Star Online to import this bad boy. To game in a whole new way on your PS4, Japan's Tactical Assault Commander gives you 3/4 of a controller for your left hand and a gaming mouse for your right hand. For the player who loves console gaming and missing their olden ways of PC gaming, this combo might give you just the edge you need to excel at Fortnite, as all your left and right triggers on your normal DualShock controller are mapped to the top of your mouse, and the R1 and L1 on the side of it. The face buttons, your cross, square, circle, and triangle are mapped to the left-hand shoulder of the cut DualShock, as is the newer FN button, which functions as a Shift or Alt key in that it enables alternate functions on your other buttons. A lot of things about this puppy take some getting used to, like the wearing of the grip sleeve on your controller hand so you don't drop it. But once you do, it is actually a much more intuitive way to move in many games. The added precision is definitely appreciated in games where the camera movement is critical. Considering many pro gaming controllers are $160, at $99, this foreign peripheral can enable you to game with the best of them. It's like it lets you in on a secret that PC gamers have known for years, and now we've passed it on to you. Don't tell anybody though, we want you to win. There exists a keyboard you can stick between the joystick of your Switch, which actually makes it the size of a normal Switch. This is much like the GameCube's Phantasy Star keyboard, except it works with more games. If you have tiny hands and have to type out sweet nothings to everyone in your Mario Party chat, by all means, have one airdrop from Tokyo post-haste. And if your Switch is getting too hot to handle when it's docked, add in a cooling fan from Japan to your shopping list to remedy that problem. In the long term, it might prolong the life of your Switch, especially if you keep your Switch in small, tight areas that aren't well ventilated. If you PC game or Bluetooth connect your console to type beautiful soliloquies to the players in your Call of Duty faction and want that sound of your typing to be a pleasant tingle, Japan's own Realforce RGB AEA X01 will provide you with that service. For $200, you get a quite quiet Japanese keyboard that is built incredibly solidly and can handle your most intense chat moments. That superior key touch feel reminds you of how much you spend at every word, sentence, and paragraph. In the same way you can adjust the responsiveness in upper echelon pro controllers, you can adjust the responsiveness of the different keys on your keyboard, giving you the edge if you're a mouse and keyboard gamer, and giving the writer in you less excuses to miss your submission deadlines. This is thanks to its actuation point changer, which allows you to set responsiveness at 1.5, 2.2, or 3mm for key activations. Hey, any way you can win, right? And it lights up like a carnival in red, green, and black. Nice for you youngins attracted to bright colors, and you can see those keys in the dark so you don't accidentally type the wrong thing. You don't want to come home at 3 in the morning and message the wrong thing to the wrong person. Some relationships can be quite fragile. One wrongly worded text or email and you can be booted out of the friend zone so fast it'll make your head spin. America is the land of the free, but not the home of the Game Boy Pocket. Sure, in America we do everything big, but sometimes it's the little things that make the biggest impacts, like diamonds and children. This little clandestine mobile gaming device is 1/3 the size of a Rego Game Boy and has a black and white screen rather than a green and black one. When you change a color scheme, you change the feel of the whole thing. Think of a movie, any movie. Take a good look at it in your mind's eye. Now, think of it in black and white. And now with a blue color scheme. Doesn't that change how you feel inside? It came out in 1996 and had a faster response time than the original. Less blurry moments in-game means more winning and staying alive longer. It uses different batteries than its predecessor, with its 2 AAA batteries lasting a full 10 hours, other than the original Game Boy's 4 AA's. Other than that, it's identical to '89's Game Boy and plays all its games. For smaller pocketed gamers who love the little things in life, have a Game Boy Pocket flown in from Japan and be the talk of your local Game Boy enthusiast club. In 2006, Toshiba Japan created a helmet you'd wear to watch your interactive content with a full 360 panoramic view. It was supposed to be able to play 360-degree movies on it as well, taking the curved screen to a whole new level. Imagine totally immersing yourself in the dark world of New York strip clubs in the early aughts. In the traditional way, you'd look straight ahead to the screen. To the left, your angry girlfriend. To the right, a houseplant. And behind you, the Christmas tree you should have taken down a month ago. Instead, imagine everywhere you look, glitter and money rain as you soak yourself in the exotic dancing scene. And then popping in Cyberpunk and going to its strip clubs while you negotiate complicated deals with really good-looking shady gangsters. Basically, we think it might be a great way to go to shady places without wearing a mask. It's an interesting idea worth revisiting, as consumers want to get further and further away from reality and need more and more surrounding stimulation to truly feel and believe they're somewhere else. Contemporary VR is getting better and better, and hardcore virtual reality lovers are rapidly convincing regular gamers that the VR goggles are safe. But to put a whole TV-looking thing on your head? Toshiba, you're pushing it, man. The 6-pound marvel, which makes you look like a comic book villain, was supposed to come out in Japan. But we have the sinking feeling that a little common sense settled over the R&D department and the bubble helmet was put in the freezer. Maybe in a few years, though. You've got to wonder if this device was inspired by Peter Griffin's live-action TV strap-on.
I'm beginning to think you're losing your grip on reality.
Boring. I'm gonna go see what else is on.
Honorable mention goes to Japan's pachinko controller for the Famicom, which looked like a tape dispenser that you'd use to fake gamble in pretend parlor games, mimicking the slot machine experience. If I want to gamble, I just go to the casino off the boardwalk in my Yakuza 0 game.